Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a beginning of June garden tour before we get a heat wave here in Georgia. Today everything is looking really good and I just want to show you the progress of everything today versus what it will probably be in about 2-3 weeks. So we'll start right here on the patio, and these are the green stalks. So the green stalks are filling out really good. I have yarrow at the top with a bunch of other flowers that are doing really good. This is Amidara. So I put a lot of umbel flowers in my green stalks, in the pink ones, and those are ones that will get an umbrella shape and they attract a lot of beneficials. Here is my nasturtiums, and then at the bottom I have some alyssum. These are really pretty. And then my cucumber plant that I had here died. It was done. So I planted a new one there with a little basil. And then I have this lavender here that I started from seed. Munstead and English lavender. And then this is one of my other green stalks. I have peppers, a lot of flowers. I need to prune this Cosmo. I see some new blooms coming, but I do need to prune it. These have a lot of blooms on it. This pepper plant has a lot of flowers. Oh, look at my onion, it's bulbing. Look at that. Let's see if I can get close. Look at that. So, cosmos, peppers, alyssum, basil, dianthus, onions. What else is in here? That might be it for that one. So these two green stalks are identical to these two. So same thing over here. Cosmos, peppers, alyssum, dianthus. This one I did put a pepper plant at the top. It's not doing so great because we've had too much rain. This one is identical. This green stalk looks like it has some, I see some mold in this one. It's not getting enough airflow. I'll take care of that. And then this actually might be because this is blocking it. I probably need to put it more out into the sun. We'll figure that out. And then this is my herb garden. I have oregano, sage, rosemary, chamomile, basil, and then this is my cilantro that went to seed. And this is my fern. And then I have some salvia over there. What is that? I can't remember the name of that one at the end. This one is a nasturtium and a hummingbird mint. That's a salvia. What is that? Oh, gardenia. That's a gardenia over there. So, my hummingbirds love this one. It's really pretty. And then let's go and check on these pots over here. So this is what happens to yarrow when you get too much rain, because yarrow does not like water. It's still really pretty though. It's still really, really pretty. They just get floppy. And then this is eucalyptus moss rose. What is that one? That one is another salvia. I have cardinal flower here. And another hummingbird mint. Let me see if I still have. I think the moss rose flowers open and close the same day. It has tiny little flowers coming. But these are doing good. I had a bunny rabbit with a nest in here, and I took the nest out before she had any babies. So this is bouncing back from that. None of the plants look like they had any issues. But look how pretty that is. And that is eucalyptus. Salvia, hummingbird mint, moss rose. My beautiful yarrow that's just floppy. And then let's go and see what's going on in my daughter's garden first. So hers is so pretty. I planted her some yarrow in each corner, some red yarrow from the ones that I just showed, and then I planted her zinnias in the middle, and then that yellow and burgundy plant is called coreopsis. That is really pretty. Another name for that one is tick seed. But some of her zinnias are getting ate up by something. I'm gonna have to come and spray it, I guess. I didn't want to have to do that, but it's starting to mess up her flowers. And then in her little raised bed, this is the volunteer sunflower that we pulled out of the garlic. So it is doing good. It should be blooming soon. It bounced back and it's doing good. And then I put her some small zinnias around the base. Those are doing good too. So that is her little flower patch here. So pretty. The potatoes are ready. Actually, let's come back to that. Let's look at the flowers in front of the greenhouse. Look how beautiful that is. The bees absolutely love it. And this one is Autumn Joy Sedum. So pretty. Look at that. They absolutely love this. This one, because we got too much rain, this one is struggling a little bit. But I think it'll be fine. And then this is Liatris. The tall spike is called Liatris. And I will show you one that is, this one is starting to turn pink. There we go. So it's going to have a really tall, hot pink spike, purpley pink spike. I'll show you that in just a second. I do have one that does have one. And then in the bottom here, this is a vine plant, and this one is called, what is it called? Dichondra balls. And I have it over here also with my Lucky Lantern Chinese plant in the middle, the yellow one, coleus on either side. The coleus I started from seed. Which is super pretty. Some more Dichondra falls in the bottom. This is a Chinese hibiscus, and then in the bottom I put some poppies and some snapdragons, and I just threw those in there because I had extra plants. But we've been getting so much rain that this one Wait a minute. I see a creature. I see a creature making its way. Why does it look like this thing is like a little robot? That's so gross. Yeah. Anyway. And then over here, I have some more coleus. I cannot remember. I got some coleus and daisies. It's probably getting ate up by slugs. We got way too much rain. I cannot remember what these are called. But then I put sunflowers here, sunflowers there. These are the little planters that I planted up in the last video. This is a volunteer sunflower that was in my garlic. Once I pulled the garlic out, look how big it got. Isn't that beautiful? And I have a whole bunch of little flower heads. So this is a multi-stem variety, which is so cool because I did not plant it. But look how pretty that is. Yep, so this is gonna be multi-stemmed volunteer. Beautiful, and it's in this grow bag that is dry as the desert. You don't even care. Volunteers are so strong. All right, so this is the Liatris. Look how pretty that is. I love it. So that's my first spike so far. This one got some kind of weird spiders on it. My snapdragons, still doing good. I do need to prune them. And then this is my salvia I need to prune. I'm gonna prune these before we get more rain, which is on Wednesday, so I'll come out here and prune these down so that they can start back blooming again. I got a couple of blooms right there, but I need to come through and prune everything before the rain. Now look at this. Look how pretty this is. So this plant is so heavy that it is falling out of the bed, and I have it staked up. So we're gonna have to come up with another plan for the staking. Look how pretty this is. I'll show y'all all the flowers and then we'll go back to the garden beds. But I have the Coreopsis, bachelor button, and then these are all of my cosmos. I got some black-eyed Susan right here. Across the bottom, I have some snapdragons and some dianthus. I can't remember what this is, but it's pretty. And so most of this is, oh look, that's a dianthus coming. Cannot wait. I'm excited about that. A lot of this haven't even bloomed yet. Oh, look at this one. I have a white one. Oh, I didn't even know that that bloomed. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. A lot of this stuff, like this, hasn't even bloomed yet. I see so many blooms that are not open. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Everything is just so beautiful. And then of course we have some spent flowers, so we will get some volunteers. But look at the beauty in this. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. That is just gorgeous. I do want to come in here and deadhead some stuff. Oh my God, these are gonna be so pretty. Look at this. Sorry. That's gonna be gorgeous. This one is a yellow Cosmo. Look how pretty. And like I said, a lot of stuff is spent. I have a lot of things. This is gonna be huge. Oh my God, this is gonna be so pretty. Wow. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. This is literally gorgeous. This might be the most beautiful thing I've ever grown in my life. I'm so proud of it. Oh my goodness. And the stalks on these cosmos are insane. I will never grow it in a pot again. I will grow them in ground always. The stalks on my cosmos are gigantic. That's amazing. They are really tapping into this natural water, natural soil, nutrients. This is bee balm. Oh, I think that, what is that called? That is I can't remember what that bug is called, but it's a beneficial. It kills other bugs. I just saw it the other day. Dang, I can't think of the name of it. It's some type of beneficial wasp. Maybe it's called beneficial wasp. Can't remember. But my hollyhocks are just starting to get a little bit of height in the back. They probably will do better next year because all of this other stuff is just too tall. So I doubt if it's getting the sun that it needs, but that's okay. It'll come back next year and be tall, I'm sure. But yeah, so that is the pollinator garden that is completely full of bees and beneficials. I see insects everywhere. It's perfect. Except for the fact that it's trying to fall out of there, but that's okay. I'll fix that. And then this is the tomato bed. So this is a dwarf style tomato. These are my 2 tomatillo plants. I am starting to get tomatillos now. Here is one of my nasturtiums. This might be for the Fiesta blend, I believe. And my, what is it called? Companion planting is marigolds, nasturtium, borage, alyssum, basil. And dill. I don't know how I end up forgetting about that because they are gigantic and beautiful. Probably because they look like flowers. Well, they are flowering now, but I got a ladybug. Doing that JLB. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And then this is amaranth. This is a butter stick squash. It has some new ones coming. Excuse me. We got so much rain. I see a couple of aphids on it, but I also see a ladybug, so I'm gonna let that be. But we got new squash coming in the middle. Can't remember if I showed you all the tomatoes on this little dwarf tomato. And all of my beautiful tall dill on either corner. And then we have 3 Roma tomato plants here. And I have a whole bunch of tomatoes. I don't know if you can see through. You can see through this one better. I got some huge ones in there. Hopefully I get some and I don't get blossom end rot. And then here is another deal. And let me step back and get a good view of this bed. And then this bed is a bed that I'm going to pull some stuff out of today. Oh, I got an onion that's ready. Look at that. My onion harvest won't be huge. This is my first year growing it, and I put it in a bed that is not doing great. This tall plant here is a lettuce that went to seed, and so I'm gonna pull out all the lettuce today and throw it in the compost, and then the beans should start kicking up. And I'm going to move the onions around a little bit, see if I can get those to bulb up a little bit better. Carrots are doing good. Y'all, I don't know what that big old bug was, but I hope it didn't just land on me, because I don't play that stuff. Let me move. This is a blueberry bush. I think I'm supposed to have it next to the other one, so I'll make that happen at some point. But these are my burgundy bush beans. And these should be getting some beans soon. I'm gonna revamp this bed though. Oh, I thought I saw, no, I think I see just a bunch of flowers. I can't even tell what that is. It looked like a slug, but then it also looked like a stem. I can't tell. But this is a struggling bed. This bed looks like this because it's supposed to, on this end anyway, because that's potatoes, and my potatoes are clearly ready. And then over here I have new bean plants growing. But these two beds are problem beds because they are nutrient deficient beds that I have to try to figure out. And I think I figured it out on this side because the beans started to grow a darker green instead of light green, so I figured it out. I put more compost and nutrients in this one, so this one started to turn out good. But look how I had a lot of stunted growth prior to me fixing the problem, so everything is like super skinny and strange. Look how tiny these nasturtiums are. One flower. They still pretty, but I am going to, when I pull these up in the next couple days, I'm going to replant some nasturtiums in here because now the soil is good. That's why we got those tiny little flowers, because now the soil is good. And what I added is the soil from these two. I added it over here and over here to fix the problem. And now the problem is fixed, but like whatever plant was growing in it previous still has stunted growth. So those are the potatoes. This is one of my deal. I don't even know what this is. What is that? What is that? Is that a Cosmo? That might be a Cosmo growing in the middle of that bed. This dark green plant right here. I think that's what that is. That's a volunteer. That Cosmo is a volunteer. I actually had that type of Cosmo popping up all over the place. So I'll be excited for next year for this 20-foot garden, pollinator garden, because I probably will not have to replant anything because a lot of that stuff is perennial and a lot is really good at self-seeding. So I'm thinking I'm gonna be good. All right, so for this bed, here's my zucchini. I have chamomile here in the corner, some borage, marigolds. My pepper plants are turning a little bit yellow because we got too much rain, so I do need to fertilize those. Here is my nasturtiums. I'm trying to see if, can you see that butternut squash? So I got 2 butternut squash growing there. Here's some more beautiful dill and some more amaranth. And this amaranth is called Hot Biscuits, and it's beautiful. And then so here are the pepper plants. I do have a lot of peppers. Some of them are getting, I think that's sunburn on that one. My alyssum is doing wonderful. You know what? That's probably not sunburn. I forgot this is a lilac bell, so it's supposed to be, I don't know, purpley? Maybe that's what it's supposed to look like. Possibly. Possibly. Now that it stopped raining, everything is kicking back up with growth. So it's tired of being drowned. This is marigold. I don't know if I realized that I planted that marigold right there in front of that pepper like that, because this is a really tall one. I probably shouldn't have did that. That's okay, we're gonna figure that out. I see I don't know if that's a good guy or a bad guy. You see that little, you look orange. Orange is a no-no. You don't look like no ladybug. You look like a lady beetle. The orange naughty kind. And I need to prop this dill. This dill is leaning in, and I need to prop it up like I propped that other one up. I wish y'all could hear all these bees behind me. Like, all of these have not even bloomed yet. This one has a big old hot pink bloom coming. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so pretty. It's like nowhere near even close to being done, but it got so many pollinators. It's amazing. That's crazy. And some of them look crazy and scraggly, but some of them are absolutely stunning, and I'll take it. I will take it. Oh, I forgot that I put these pots in the way. My husband was not able to cut the grass back there. That's okay. That's okay. Another close-up real quick of this. Let me see. How beautiful is this? And that is the spike. And so I planted these throughout the garden, but that's my first spike so far. And this is the garden so far. Excuse the lawnmower. My hubby cut the grass yesterday. Thank y'all for walking with me in the garden. Like I said, I wanted to give y'all a quick overview of the garden before I made changes. This bed, I'm gonna pull some stuff up. This bed, I'm gonna take the potatoes out. So then I'll do another video of what I'm gonna put in the place of those. And everything else will stay pretty much the same, because that's gonna stay the tomato bed, that's gonna stay the pepper bed, and then the pollinator garden, of course, is not gonna change. I will do some deadheading in there just so I can make sure that my blooms keep blooming. And what else? That's about it, because these 2 beds in the front will be the beds that will be the ones that change out through the season. The other 2 will stay what they are because of what's in it. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Today is a really nice day in Georgia. It's only like 73, 74 degrees right now in the evening. It's not too bad at all. We've been getting too much rain. We had 4 weeks straight of rain. And we got a break of about 4 or 5 days, and then we're gonna get another week of rain. So I have to fertilize with some nitrogen so that my stuff don't get all flushed out and light green and weak, and that's when the pests come in when you do that. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions about anything in the garden. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Oh, and what we have on this little table here, this is actually, or shelf, this is actually what I have to plant out. So I did put some cabbage, planted up some cabbage because I plan on putting in some corn, and I want to plant this behind it to see if it will grow through the summer. So this is just going to be an experiment. That is purple basil right there that's just waiting to go out to one of the other beds. And these are basil, these are marigold, these two are little pumpkin plants for my daughter's garden. My pumpkin seeds didn't even come up, so I have to start those over again, but we will do that in a different video. And then these are just things waiting to go into the bed where the potatoes are going to get pulled up. That's it. Thanks for watching.